And I don't care. I'm putting this on the record for the all too. I don't care. You should have never trusted a nice person. You should have. I'm talking about for all the motherfuckers that might ever see this like, oh, I ain't never seen her like that. Oh, now you know. Now you know how it works. You see a nice person, you gotta run. Because every time I was being nice, I was being like my European ancestors. Every time I was being nice. And you know what they did to the indigenous ancestors? So that's where I learned it from. Oh dang. I don't think I. Alright, I'm gonna make this real quick. That I wanna put that on the record to the the dark-hued indigenous children that are being targeted for melanin right now. That's another thing that I'm bringing before the Father, is finding a way to, not finding a way, because all Allah has to do is boom, make that judgment, make that order that all melanin being targeted, being harvested, even through, I'm seeing on the TV shows, it's always like one black, they redid the what's that show that I used to watch that shit when I was a child, of Roseanne or some shit. I guess they redid that shit. Now they got the one little black child. This is fear-based programming for the melanin harvesting agenda. And I'm bringing all this shit to the Father. Father, can all melanin being harvested from any of the other nations that's been known to be our oppressors, could you redistribute that to your vessels of the divinely intended in every dimension and reality? Could it be an automatic instant transfer? So even if they think that they're getting it by by merging with one of our vessels or using them for their purposes, could it be just an instant transfer? That's what it is. That's what it is now. But I wanted to also say and put on the record for the dark-hued vessels, you're far superior even to I vessel. You are the superior. You are the superior. I'll motherfucking extract. If I see you, if you're a dark-hued person, and I see you, and if I see you with a European, and I know, because I'm connected to the all-seeing eye, and I know that they're extracting your melanin, I just transfer it to me in a divinely intended in every dimension and reality connected to I vessel. That's what I do, because I know you ain't using that shit. I know somebody else is profiting off of that. I know somebody else is using that shit. And I'm going to be honest, that's what I do. Same thing when I go into areas where if I see this shit going on a TV, wherever, online, I transfer the melanin to myself. It's in the form of life force energy. Melanin transfers are happening everywhere. The European is doing it. Elon lines his rocket ships with melanin. Look, listen, if you're not going to use it, we can gladly use it for Allah's operation. And I'm talking about the positive polarity when I say we, the positive polarity, because positive polarity, they have children seated on earth everywhere, even pale skin. The pale skin 144, the pale skin positive polarity righteous vessels, they they getting melanin. The melanin is gonna go to them too, cause that's my brothers and my sisters. If you black, you ain't my brother or sister. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Until you do the right thing by Allah. And if you hear the words and you shun them, disregard, oh, I'm not, oh, I'm black. You ain't my brother or my sister. You're my enemy, actually. You're my actual enemy. A pale skin that's works for the positive polarity, that's on the positive polarity. It could be a neutral too. I'm talking about they don't have any nefarious agendas. They're not being used by negative extraterrestrials and the wicked ones. I work for them too. They may not have even come into ascension. I still work for them. I still am calling on Father. Transfer, instant transfer to I and the divinely intended in every dimension and reality. So it's gonna look like a melting pot of us getting the wicked ones melanin transfers. That's what it is. That's what it is. And so I'm putting this on a record to tell you, the darker the hue, I'm which they call you black. I'm telling you that you're the superior. You're even superior to my vessel. I got European in me. That's see the thing the European excels in is trickery and deceit. That's where I got my shit from. I'm not gonna lie. That's exactly where I got my shit. That's how I'm able to be a master manipulator. It's from my European ancestors. They specialize in, remember, what was it? What was it? Jacob and Esau? I'm not going to get into that, but they are masters at trickery, deceit, and manipulation. Like their father, Satan. So, look, that's where I learned it from. That's how I'm able to excel when it comes to ascension. Because this is the difference between the dark melanated hues. Y'all got so much melanin and life force that it becomes a stumbling block to you. Because when you lock your mind, when your mind is already default programmed, you run on that default program because you have such a high concentration of will, sheer will, life force, energy. Allah can't even break y'all out of that shit. That's why Allah had to break y'all through the slaveholder, breaking y'all backs, breaking y'all butts, because y'all was locked into a state of rebellion. And with how much melanin and life force, if it turns evil, it's so dang near impossible to bring you back to the righteous side. So that's why Father let the enemy do what the enemy was planning to our nation, to our children. So the truth, listen, if nobody's going to speak the truth about this, I'm going to speak the truth about this, because we are in a new age. We're in the age of truth. The dark skin, they call you dark skin, they call you blackie, they call you black, whatever they call you, you're even superior to night vessel. I'm probably I call myself a light brown. I call myself like a pale brown if I don't have access to the sun. What makes my vessel so powerful is all of the negative radiation transmissions. They were attacks, but all of the negative radiation attacks that Father converted to gamma radiation, which is positive radiation. It's like radiation that would come from like the sun. So the same thing that Organite does. Organite takes negative radiation and converts it to positive energy. I don't know if we could call it positive radiation. I won't necessarily say that, but it converts the negative. Bitch, get the fucking flies. But it converts the negative radiation. The Organite. Obviously, Father made the Organite. Father knows had whoever was the person that created or whatever. Father gave them that inspiration to do that. So Father absolutely has the ability, anytime the vessels of righteousness or whatever get attacked with the negative radiation, Father, I'm saying the Father is needs your vessel on the earth, and Father is keeping your vessel on the earth. Father will have a process to convert it to positive radiation, like the solar radiation. That's the only reason why my vessel, if people do want to know, that's the only reason why my vessel is superior in abilities. Let's just say that. It's from that. It's from the negative. It's from the negative radiation conversion, and I have the wit, the Decepticon, the trickery, the deceit. I have that to a super high degree from my European ancestors. So that's what makes my vessel dangerous. You got look. So I'm telling you, as a I don't know how much percentage I'm European, but I assume I have quite a high enough amount, because my parent, one of my parent vessels is looks like a black Indian, what they would call a black Indian, and another one looks damn near like a motherfucking European pale skin fucking nigga hair. So that's why I came out like I did, but that is why. But the truth be told, the dark skin, I'm talking about woman, you're far superior. That's why you targeted the most for all types of ratchetness and shit like that, because you're far superior than even my vessel. My vessel's a lot different because of my job that I have to do for Allah. But I'm saying, if I was in my normal state, if I wasn't upgraded, again, your vessel is far superior to even a light-skinned brown person like myself. I can get like, copper. I get copper when I'm out in the sun. I have to be the one to tell the truth. Why males prefer the pale skin, what they call red bones? Well, this is my theory on it. My theory is you have to understand, it's all about melanin at the end of the day. That's all there is, life force energy. So it's all about melanin, and these vessels lack that. My vessel for this time and what I have to do, I even require melanin extractions, and that's done by, that's not for me to disclose, but I do receive melanin extractions from, it could be wherever. Motherfuckers, oh, you not using your shit? Oh, you think you finna donate? You think you finna donate to that motherfucker? Nah, that shit. Yo, transfer that shit over here. Transfer that shit over here. And I never just include my vessel. I never just include my vessel. I'm in charge of a lot of beings on not just this earth, and a lot of dimensions in reality. Nope. I want that vessel, and I want that whole bloodline. Transfer that melanin, that life force energy, to I and the divinely intended, connected to I vessel in every dimension in reality, connected to Allah. I'm not letting no other nation. I don't care if the motherfucker is ignorant or not. Good, be ignorant. Good, be ignorant, because your shit is coming right over here. Go ahead. I'm claiming that melanin. I'm not letting that. I don't care how much dick you hopping on, motherfucker. I don't care how much dick you hopping on. You can hop on that dick for the rest of your life. You ain't gonna get no melanin out of it. Not once I'm made aware of that shit. And I'm asking Father on a collective scale. Can all the melanin be redistributed, transferred to the divinely intended in every dimension of reality? Working for the positive polarity. I don't care if you pale skin or dark skin. That's life force energy. If you on the side of Allah, if you on the side of positive polarity, this is for us. Because we are the ones that are healing the earth. They don't deserve that shit. They already had their reign of terror. They already had their reign of terror. And that's the same thing. I'm saying, if you know that you're the very elect, the righteous, the chosen, and you just out here letting other nations continue on to still, I don't care if you watching your programming and you see this with that, and make you want to do it, because subconsciously you know you need that melanin. You know you need that life force energy. So, all right, I'm gonna just hop on the bandwagon. Let me get me a little. Go ahead. It's like, like having money and it's like having fiat notes, bank notes. When they switch to digital, you're gonna have your bank notes, your fiat notes, but you can't use it. It's the same thing that's going on with this situation. You got your melanated vessel next to you, but you can't use it because it's being transferred to I and the divinely intended, connected to Allah. So look, every trick from Satan, there is a polarity. I'm putting that on the record for the all as well. So, and I do want to disclose that the dark hued vessel, and I would like to get the science behind it. I do not believe every dark hued vessel has melanin. I don't know what type of manipulations that they can do, where these individuals were seeded from, but they are not from Allah. They were not created from Allah. So I'm not speaking about that. I'm talking about the melanated vessels, the dark skin, dark hued vessels that contain the melanin, the life force energy, the so-called black girls, the indigenous. Males as well, male vessels as well. But, and I'm saying this because I know that's a thing. I mean, I never dealt with that, but I know that society views these pale-skinned women as superior. And again, this place is a place of trickery and deceit. Everything is inverted and backwards. They need melanin. They are lacking melanin. me and my light brown skin, I was lacking melanin. Most of the time, they gotta get it from black dick, or they have to have a black bestie. In the meantime, you don't even know you hanging out with a red bone, and she's the one that's jealous of you. This motherfucker is jealous of you. She not gonna tell you that because on the outside it looks like she's pretty, or it looks like she, they're making all types of motherfucking. I call them, they are motherfucking exoticals, cause this shit just is not natural, man. This BBL shit, this shit is not natural. I'll tell you why it's not natural too. Let me get back onto that point. I don't care how anybody, how society perceives, they look, that's a red bone. And the male vessel will absolutely go for that vessel because it's enticing to the eye. What is it? The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life. It makes them appear better to society, when in actuality, they're dumping all their toxicity into that vessel because it's an inferior vessel. It lacks the melanin, the life force energy most of the time, so therefore it's more infiltratable. The less melanin life force, the more infiltratable. And that's why they appear nice, because look, they're master manipulators. Because society have looked on them with such delight because they're enticing to the eyes. They got manipulation and evil just down packed. And you don't even know. They want a black bestie for the melanin extraction. Do you know how much better that makes them look? You know how much better that makes them look with some black dick? Getting black dick? Y'all fall for these tricks all the time, man. And it's so easy to fall into that trap because in the beginning they act so sweet and innocent and nice until you start giving them melanin extractions. These is the motherfuckers. They'll backdoor you. They'll snake you, sacrifice you. Take your man, take your identity, everything. Because you done fed them so much life just from them being in your energy field and your presence. Your speech is your vibration is talking to you. My vibration is encoded with holy fire frequencies. So y'all can't try that shit over here. It's not going to have the same effect. I'm talking about those that are unaware. My people perish for their lack of knowledge. You just give all your melanin away. You give all your life force away. I got a pretty best friend. So many guys come up to us when we're out because I got a bad bestie, the red bone. Meanwhile, she using your melanin to get the motherfuckers. She using her looks on the outside with your melanin to get these motherfuckers. You see how sick this shit is? And let's not talk about the male vessels she's using. These are Satan's vessels, by the way. Most empires and kingdoms are brought down by these types, these typecasts. Let's not talk about the so-called the Asiatic or melanated male vessel. Really gets that type of vessel. One desires that type of vessel, again, because they're creatures of vanity. Most of them are creatures of vanity unless they've taken some type of path, a higher path. And I'm not talking about just a higher path of knowledge. I don't care about the motherfuckers online, the hoteps online. They know everything about our sciences, but are using it for evil, using it to, get women and to energy harvest as well. I'm not talking about that. These male vessels, they know that the pale skin vessels are inferiors and that they need melanin, and that They know that they're inferior. And most male vessels, they don't like, because I'm saying in our natural state, we was telling the male vessels what to do. We were giving them orders, and they were the deal. That's just a divine order. How would you teach your son, and then your son all of a sudden grows up and is just more wise than you? We ain't talking about smart or knowledge. Smart or knowledge, that is finite, because that really only applies to this dimension, things that we learn here. I'm talking about wisdom. There's not a male vessel that has more wisdom than its own mother. So that tells you that shit ain't something not adding up right. So yeah, that male vessel wants a red bone because it's enticing to the eye. She's inferior. She needs the melanin extractions to even have confidence. Most of them, have such low self-esteem. I'm gonna be real with you. Most of them have such low self-esteem, and again, they need either a black bestie or black dick to add to their shell, their empty shells. It sounds harsh, but it's the truth. The only thing exotic about them is the GMO vessel. That's the only thing exotic about it. Because to me, what's exotic is other world. Is just like you say, oh, something foreign is exotic. Something otherworldly is exotic. The very elect, those that not from this world, we're the exoticals. We're exotic. These motherfuckers, these is basic bum ass bitches going back to the void. Once that melanin is transferred back to its rightful owners, that basic ass bitch is going back to the void. Everybody has to understand these things so you can be free from these lies that you've been told. Choose to do with the information what you want to. I'm going to keep them in a rightful place. I'm going to keep them in a caste system. You got that right. Bitch, get on your knees, crawl like the motherfucking dog that you are, bark, I might give you a motherfucking crumb. And that's what it is. And you ain't coming there, no, none of my niggas. Period. Because I know you a motherfucking snake. I know you a motherfucking snake. I'm talking about the inferiors. Can only trust those of your frequency. I'm talking to the very elect, to the chosen, the vessels of Allah, the vessels of righteousness. We got a code of conduct, a code of morals. We ain't never gone for one of our brothers and sisters. Vessels. But you let an inferior in your circle, in your home, in your shit, that bitch is going to be plotting on your shit, and that bitch will take your shit. I'm putting that bitch on her knees. That bitch going to crawl and bark, and bitch, maybe I might give you a crumb. The only dick you going to get from mine is so you can go and motherfucking line up my fucking enemy. That's gonna be the only way. That's gonna be the only intent for me using your motherfucking vessel. But other than that, you ain't getting nowhere to fuck near me. I know you're fucking. I know you have your father Satan. I know you're an inferior. I know you need the melanin extractions too. So, dark skin, dark hue, girl, woman. Yo, you're far superior. You're far superior. And I got to put that on the record for the all. You're far superior for even my vessel. I got to put that on the record. The vessel that is my lower self, obviously, not myself connected to Allah, but we're talking about melanin, the concentration. Your vessel contains way more than my vessel. So that's something to keep in mind, and it's a truth to bring out. It's just a truth to bring out again. And again, I do want to put on the record, I'm not speaking for, there's pale skin vessels of the positive polarity, of the vessels of righteousness, of the vessels of Allah. We naturally have more melanin. We naturally have more life force energy, because we can contain, our vessels can contain more life force energy. So in that case, it's not based on the hue, but it's two different polarities acting out. And on that side, on that polarity and the shadow polarity, they don't have the melanin. I'm telling you right now, they need that shit from you. And you befriend them, you let them into your home, you let them in your space near wherever. in their mind, because they know they're inferiors, they feel it, they know it. That is that's a default program running in their mind. You being in their energy, you're sharing their consciousness. You being in their, them being in your energy field, you being in their energy field, you're sharing that consciousness with them. And meanwhile, you think because they look better on the outside, you see the physical shell, they look better on the outside, their body might be look better. You're really thinking like, but then meanwhile, she's projecting that to you. She's projecting jealousy onto you, coveting your melanin. I just feel good I just feel better when I'm around my bestie. I feel better when I'm around my black bestie. I don't know why. Hey girl, let's go to the club. All the motherfuckers is looking at her, because this world is vanity. You gotta understand. All the motherfuckers is looking at her. But you was giving her, but you the one that gave her life. And you now you feeling inferior. It's that, look, stay with your own kind, like, stay with your own kind. That's you're gonna be able to relate to that struggle. I never had that struggle. I'm in between. I'm not pale. I'm not dark. I'm literally in between. And I actually prefer to go more copper. But it's just the truth. And the truth is, I don't understand that dynamic. I don't, listen, I'm a skinny ass motherfucker. Then, and motherfuckers is, motherfucker, you think I have a motherfucking ass like, who out here got one of the biggest asses? You just be like, what the fuck? One of them. You would think I look like that. How motherfuckers be lusting over my ass. So I never had a problem in that area. I reject motherfuckers. Motherfuckers looking at me lusty. I'm like, inside I'm growling like, you know how a dog would literally growl, like, don't you even think about it. Don't fucking come near me, like, the energy, that dog is transmitting that energy. Don't you even fucking come near me. That's what I do, because I don't like the energy of lust. I am stationed with Allah in the higher dimensions, not my physical self. My spirit self is stationed with Allah in the higher dimensions. Lust is of Satan. Lust have been perpetuated onto me and directed in my energy field since I've been young. Motherfuckers been trying to chop me the fuck down. To where it actually turned me to the opposite. It actually turned me very prudish because of that. Because it feels to me awkward, and it feels like, ew, like, because listen, if a male vessel is a lusty vessel, that's the energy that he's directing. That's the energy that he's bringing to you. Lust is an extremely low frequency. It's on the polarity of divine love. You have divine love, and then you have, on the polarity, you have lust. That is of Satan. Most of these vessels that are invoking lust intentionally, like, oh, let me go get my BBL, and I need to go get these huge boobs, and I need to dress a certain way and shit like that. Yo, I be out here motherfucking looking homeless as shit. Motherfuckers still trying to fuck. This tells you what the male vessel really fucking is. And you actually want to go and add plastic and body parts to yourself to generate lust so you can get a man? Yo, this shit is sick and wicked, yo. This shit is sick and wicked. Why would you want a male vessel to be in your fucking vagina that only wants you for lust purposes? And listen, when you're not around, he gonna be lusting after the next big ass and the big titties and all of that shit. Because that's his frequency. He's operating on the frequency of lust. That's why he's drawn to you. This is for another group of women out there that have been told and showed that this is normal. This is of Satan. I do not like to feel that frequency. I do not like that frequency. I actually get angry inside when I feel lust being directed towards me. And that's Father saying that's one of the things that I'm going to have to transmute, because lust has been directed in my energy field since I've been young. I don't like to get dressed up. I don't like to do, put on a face full of makeup, so a wig and hair, and get all, have a little. Yo, if I did that shit, motherfuckers wouldn't know how to contain themselves. They wouldn't know. They demons would not know how to contain themselves. I got motherfuckers telling me they masturbate to my fucking pictures and shit. Like, it's on that type of shit. With me, listen, I could look homely. I like to look homely, man. That's how I like to look, even though I know in the future timelines I'm not going to be able to do that because Father is assigning me to other roles. And one of them, I have to transmute the lust. I can't get back home to the Father unless I transmute this lust that's been directed into my energy field since I've been young. So let the games begin. Father's also saying, tell my people this. Father already said the wickedness on earth shall increase. Lust is the default programming in this world. We've been fed lust after lust through pornography, through, you got the motherfucking so-called celebs. They shaking their big asses and titties. And that shit, that shit is not enticing. That shit looks dumb as shit when you got fucking bricks on your fucking ass and bricks in your fucking titty. And she's not just the one female, but the female where it looks good, it looks enticing, it looks natural and normal. The Old Spice. What happened, Old Spice? What? I don't want the new Spice. This shit looks weird. You are not Rella. Rella looks good as Rella. You don't look good as Rella. I'm talking about Rella G's. You don't look good as Rella G's. You look good as the Old Spice with that soft ass and titties. What happened? All you other motherfuckers with these hard ass and these hard ass titties, this shit looks fucking crazy. Guys, males do not like that shit. Don't let these motherfuckers think. I'm a male. I'm in a female vessel. I have an organic womb, but I'm the male. That shit looks dumb as shit. Look like the motherfucking cyborg plastic creatures. That shit only look right if it's natural. If it's soft, you can squeeze it, break a fucking fingernail trying to poke at that shit. How hard that shit is. Look, y'all mind fucked Allah's children. Cardi B and what's the other one where that shit just looks fucking ridiculous. There's a lot of them out here that have, I call them hard bodies. This hard body shit, I don't understand it. I don't understand this shit. I don't. That shit, look, Father, that shit is not natural. That shit is not normal. And if you're going to do that to attract a male vessel, a male vessel will fuck on anything. They love fucking on inferior, ugly ass motherfuckers. Because they just want to use them as cum dumpsters. They want to be able to, fuck with other women and cheat and treat them like shit and have them. Oh yeah, baby. What you want for dinner tonight? Oh, let me run your bath water because they're fucking inferior. That's why they like ugly motherfuckers and inferior motherfuckers. But this is what the culture was fed. And it's going to get a lot of y'all fucked up because Father said in these timelines coming up, the wickedness is increasing on the earth. It's lust demons out here in these male vessels combined with fear-based programming from the patriarchy. The default program running is hatred. Hatred of the womb man. That's superior. They call it inferiors. The inferiors is they hoes. I don't care if they Eastern stars or whatever the fuck they fucking satanic Luciferian cults are. They're inferiors. They have stolen knowledge and they're using it for manipulative purposes. They're not working for Allah. They're inferiors. That's they hoes. Now what's going to happen and y'all going to think, all right, let me go out looking like this. Let me get some silicone and I don't know what the fuck, cement, what the fuck they're putting in that shit. But yo, it's going to be a dangerous game if you are trying to move around in this place where the evil spirits are getting more. Every timeline going forward, Father lets in a lower frequency going into the judgment time, end times. Father's letting each timeline, it's a higher degree of evil spirit that's allowed here. That's gonna be taking vessels. You think you're gonna go around walking like Cardi B and these people? And what's going to happen, you're going to get that demon, that lust demon. It will not have the physical ability with the G networks. A lot of these vessels are tattooed from here to there. They are installed with black goo. That is negative extraterrestrial technology. It's alive. It has its own intelligence. It can reanimate bodies connected to the G extremely low frequencies. These vessels are not going to be able to contain yourself. Father is saying to his children that have the womb man vessel, you better get back to where. Now, I'm different. I'm going to have a different role to play. I got to go save some hoes. But yo, if you just out here in these streets being an average savage, look, you better have your hijab on. You better be fully covered. You better be dressing modestly. Because one